I know. Bikes are going electric, but they still got air filters. They really do. So we're going to talk about something that I'm really, truly passionate about. Like this is a heartfelt thing, and I'm so heartfelt that I'm going to start including these for free in every order, because they make that much of a difference, and I don't care what they cost. They absolutely change the reliability of a dirt bike. And I'm going to go through how I oil filters. Now, this is just me. After seeing bikes, why they blew up, these things. That's what's cool about my job, is I got to see, after taking apart 5,000 different bikes, from Twitch Stenbergs to Bubba Stewart's to, a guy that's never changed his air filter in his life, to the original air filter that was 15 years old, disintegrated, on a YZ250. I've seen them all. So I've actually never really ran these except for desert racing, and we would just pop them off in the middle of a race. They were more cloth, but this mesh material is so cool because the dust and the sand just go right off. It's not going to go through both layers. It's really cool. So first, I'm going to talk about how I would install them. You don't want them on the sealing surface. You want them just on the edge, like a bed sheet, like I said in another video. But just to keep the initial, flopping around mud, dirt, dust from just, bouncing back off like a little trampoline. So we'll pop this thing off. Okay, I'm glad we did this, because, see, this is not oiled enough for me. Now, I know on a dyno, I would lose power, but I would highly recommend, I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, you can tell. So you can tell right there. So it's not even, it's just, it's a process like any company. They're gonna pretty much spray it with a machine, AI, whatever you want to call it. But look, there is nothing. It is just a throttle body. I really want to get that clear. There we go. Okay, nothing. Yeah, there's a backfire screen, but there's nothing to keep from stuff just flying in your... So, oh, there's no oil on this thing either. Okay, really glad I took this thing off now. Every mechanic thinks differently. All right, so we already explained how to put these on, but the importance of it is every piece of dirt that gets in there is just wear on your engine. It's gonna go slower. So this sealing surface right here, just use some grease. No big deal. Just any kind of grease will work fine. And you put it, and I just rub it generously on wherever the plastic piece is. So that's really what you're trying to do, is that plastic piece, you're trying to seal it. So you want a nice firm seal, and obviously you want enough filter material to kind of hang over. Filters don't have to be exact. It's just you want enough where it's not gonna like pop off and then you get an open spot. I'm just saying, things happen. It's a dirt bike. You crash it, things change, you keep riding it, and you're like, oh, what happened? So grease it. And then even though this is a nice pre-oiled filter, I would, take off the screen and just give it a nice, you don't have to wring it out, but just, you kind of like just squeezing it so all the foam gets a nice, when you not have enough oil on, you can see like the strings. I'll actually do it for you. Some super tacky. Let's see how super tacky it is. We're gonna get messy here. I'm gonna do it the wrong way so you guys can know how to do it the right way. But I'm gonna get everything oily just to piss off on the mechanics. Get more traction on my seat, Now we're getting that nice blue. It's important to me, guys. So, see, you just want to massage it. Don't worry, I'll get a film crew one day. I'm having more fun now, though. Nobody can tell me what to do. So you want to massage it with the screen off, and then you'll get that nice, well, you know, this stuff's kind of doesn't have that. That's okay though. You kind of want it to just, you want to oil it well. And yes, it will add a little less performance having these things on, but there's 100 other things you can do. And I guarantee you when there's dirt in your engine, it's going to be slow. So those are my tips and tricks. Very important. And personally, filters are so readily available now. I would buy 3 or 4 of them and just buy new ones every time, because I know you're cleaning them, but when you're cleaning them properly, there is some cool services. So I don't want to say this is a fact, but this is my opinion. Just put a new filter on every time. You know, you don't clean your oil filter. I know people use reusable oil filters, which can have a purpose if it's a rare bike, but I would just put new stuff in. It's just not worth your life. You don't want these bikes having issues. And I'm gonna tell you right now, especially with the Yamahas, this is so important. And that's what I wanted to say, and that's why I made this video. I'm gonna say 2 closing notes. It's almost, because you have to be so careful not to drop dirt in there and just keep this stupid clean, because it's almost impossible to clean even with the cover they make for it, because you're still gonna have this edge that you gotta clean and then you gotta drop. So you almost wanna clean it on its side if you're gonna do it, so it can't drop down in there, because rocks are a lot stronger than an aluminum engine. I would almost keep this on and keep your filter changes to a minimum, and then just have these outerwears sprayed with oil as well. So, you know, spray this thing and then just put a new one onto these every ride, and that way you're not risking. And this is just for the Yamaha downdraft, but a lot of people are running the Yamaha downdraft, and more engines are starting to have this style. So any way where the engine's just direct intake, I would say this is a good thought. And then also, let's just check out the stock filter here. It must be just for, there's just no oil on it. Like, I love Yamaha, I really do. I've had 300-400 hours on an original engine, racing open, expert, desert, you know, novice class, supercross, beginner. But anyways, point is, it's like, yeah, for most people it's gonna be fine, but you know, you don't know what kind of environment you're gonna be riding in. You don't know if it could get a silt bed. There could be a truck that drives by and just throws up a bunch of, you know, and you just don't want these high compression. I think it's like 14.5 to 1 right now they're running. It's such a high compression engine. You really got to be on top of your filter maintenance. This is the most important thing. If you keep your filters clean and your filter system super dialed, you don't have to change the oil as much because it doesn't get as dirty. Now, you slip in the clutch, that's a different thing, but the whole point of this video is anything you buy, I'm gonna toss one of these in for free, because I know it's that big of a difference. I think it will add 15 to 20% of engines in all cases, and if you ride in silty, sandy type of riding or super dusty, you'll probably get 30% more longevity out of your engine. That's how important these things are. Thanks for listening to my overly mansplained, filter, factual, fun time.